Today we're going to continue with our topic of self-love and self-kindness, and I'm going to give a personal example to demonstrate how self-love and self-kindness is going to, in the long term, benefit your mindful dating project. Now, I was dating, as you know, my current boyfriend for 10 months in my mindful dating project, and we were driving to a race one day. He's a competitive athlete and we had to drive about an hour journey for him to get to the race. Normally his dad would take him in the car, so he wouldn't normally be driving, so already that was adding a bit of extra stress for him. Not only that, as we continued on our journey, all the roads between Den Haag and Bergen op Zoom had been closed. So the main roads that our sat-nav was sending us down were actually closed, adding an extra layer of stress to the journey. So tension was starting to build up in the car, particularly for my boyfriend who was heading towards this race. Now, not only that, the sat-nav would not recognise that these roads were closed, so kept trying to send us back down the same road. So we were driving around in circles and time was ticking on. So again, the pressure in the car and the tension in the car was building. Now, as we approached quite a critical junction, I just happened to make a passing comment. I commented that I was really happy that I don't have to drive to work every day and how stressful it is driving in the car. And at that point, my boyfriend turned to me and snapped, "Shut up." So I have to say, I was really shocked. During my 10-month mindful dating project, he'd never said a cross word to me. So when it happened, I kept saying to myself, don't show you're upset, don't show you're upset. And then I thought, wait a minute, I need to remember self-compassion, self-kindness. So I looked out the window and I acknowledged to myself, actually, I am upset. This is the first situation where he's said a cross word to me. So I just acknowledged that for a moment and I placed my hand on my chest as I looked out the window and I said some soothing words. Don't worry, it wasn't very nice, but just relax. And within those moments of my applying some self-compassion, self-kindness to myself, my boyfriend turned to me and apologized. Now, what he said wasn't unacceptable, but I chose not to deal with that at the time because I didn't feel it was the right time to do so. So when he apologized, I was able to really see the situation clearly as it was. He was very stressed. It was a tense situation and he snapped. He'd never spoken to me like that before. So when he apologized to me, I was able to look at him and say, how can I help? I could see his stress and discomfort. I could see his suffering. So I was able to turn and feel compassion for him in that moment. So that's just a demonstration of self-compassion in action, because by recognizing our own stress and discomfort, recognizing our own difficult emotions, we're actually able to then see this in the other, to recognize suffering, stress and discomfort in the other. So rather than reacting in a defensive way when my boyfriend snapped at me, I was able to take time out, first and foremost comfort myself, so recognize my own stress and discomfort, calm myself down, and then once I'd attended to myself, I was able to see the situation clearly, and then I was able to offer on some compassion, some kindness to my boyfriend. So you can see that self-kindness, self-love is the absolute foundation of mindful dating and mindful relationships.